Hey beautiful people, what is up and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jamila and I love all things beauty. I love all things makeup, I love all things skincare, and I especially love sharing my tips and tricks for how to find high-end and luxury beauty products at bargain prices. If that sounds like something you're interested in, I would absolutely love if you would consider subscribing and joining the fam. Okay, so I'm back with another trash talks, which is me just talking about my rubbish. I'm gonna take y'all through my garbage. And yeah, this is kind of like a speed reviews, but for garbage. So I've been holding on to a lot of this for a very long time, so I'm really excited to get this out. Yeah, so let's just dive in, because we trying to get through this real quick. I got things to do today, and it's already almost noon, and I am still here filming. Jesus. Okay, so first things first is my Dior Backstage powder. Now, full transparency, this does have a little bit left. Like, I was kind of scraping the edge, and I was like, why am I scraping to get the last bit of this? Like, I have so much other powders that, honestly, I could scrape this if I wanted to, but I've said this before, I am here for the soft life and I don't want to work too hard for anything, so I'm just considering this an empty. Now, this Dior Backstage powder, this is in the shade 5N. This is a really, really good, like, all over the face setting powder. I don't feel like it does anything to blur, but it's a really nice kind of translucent powder. It's just like really soft, really lightweight, doesn't add a ton of color. Like, it does come in different colors, but I feel like it doesn't add much coverage. It's just really light, really soft. Now, it doesn't do a ton to control the oils, and I'm realizing I'm saying all these things that it doesn't do, but I really still do enjoy this. Like, if I have a matte foundation on, and I don't want to be overly mattified, and I just need something that, you know, just kind of like sets things in, I will go in with this powder. But if you're looking for something to control oils, this isn't necessarily that. Next, I have this Ordinary Glycolic Acid Toner. This is an amazing toner. I absolutely love this. I've been through a couple of these in the past. This is like what, my 4th, 5th bottle. Now, this is definitely on the strong side because it is 7% glycolic acid, so it's a bit strong. I would say try something that's a lighter percentage and build yourself up to this if you are just getting into glycolic acid as a toner. But overall, this is a nice one. I like the Ordinary brand. It's real simple, no fuss, no muss. It's just that this is a little strong, so you might want to, you know, build up your tolerance of it if you have really sensitive skin. Would I repurchase this? Probably, but I have so much other skincare products in my collection that I'm trying to go through. I'm at this point where I'm not really buying skincare because I have so much skincare to go through. But this is something that I would definitely consider repurchasing once I'm done using up the other products that I have. Okay, we're just running through these. Next, I have this Marc Jacobs Youthquake Hydra Full Retexturizing Gel Cream. That is a mouthful. Now, I picked this up at TJ Maxx. I don't know what's happening with Marc Jacobs as a brand, so I don't even know if this is still available, but I have seen it at TJ Maxx and Marshall stores pretty recently, so it's still kind of out there circling. So this cream I wanted to like. I really, really wanted to like it. Here's the pros. This is very, very moisturizing and very hydrating. It's on the thicker side, so I would wear this at night, and I always felt like in the morning I'd wake up and my face was just a little bit more supple, a little bit more plump, and I really liked the hydration and the moisture that it gave me. The cons, though, is that this broke me out. Like, I mean, broke me out. It is not great if you have acne-prone skin. And I don't know if it's just me, but this definitely was problematic for my skin. So I actually started trying to use it like every other day, once a week. And I tried everything because I liked the hydration it gave, but it broke me out. So I tried to like reduce how often I used it every week. And why am I so blown out? Okay. Sorry, I film in natural light and I think my camera is trying to figure things out. But anyways, so I tried changing up the frequency in which I used this to help with the acne, and it didn't help. And what ended up happening was I just gave up and I started using this as a body cream. Now, I don't recommend it as a body cream, and overall I wouldn't repurchase this because of the acne issues that I mentioned. But if you don't have super sensitive acne prone skin and you want something that gives pretty good hydration, I would say check this out. Like, it kind of reminds me of the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream, just not as thick and heavy, and this just feels like it sinks into the skin more, but it just broke me out. Okay, next I have something that's not an empty, but it's in my garbage because I just don't use it. So this was actually a, what's that called? K-Beauty brand. So it is the Frudia Pomegranate Nutra Moisturizing Toner. So this is a moisturizing toner. I use this like twice. and then I never went back to it. So this actually ended up expiring on me. So I wouldn't recommend this, because the reason why I didn't use it after I used it twice is that it's heavily fragranced. And I don't really have issues with fragrance in my skincare, but this was just a lot. It was very, very heavily fragranced. And with things like toners and serums and moisturizers, they sit on your skin, and I don't like to have super duper fragrance things that are sitting on my skin. If it's a wash off treatment, no problem, because it's just gonna be there for like a couple of seconds and it's gone. But because this sat on my skin and I like constantly noticed the scent, I was like, okay, that's a little too much fragrance for me. So it's in my trash because I never used it, but it's definitely not something that I would recommend purchasing if you don't like fragrance or you're sensitive to fragrance in your skincare. Next, I have this Dapsone gel. I mentioned before that I have acne prone skin. This is actually a prescription treatment that I use in the morning for my acne. Love this. I mean, it was prescribed to me, so it did what it was supposed to do. But I actually have a new skincare regimen because I started seeing a new dermatologist. So I'm going to be rolling off of Dapsone. So that is like my second to last jar. I have one more that I have to finish up. And then after that, I don't think I'll be using Dapsone anymore with this new regimen. Next up is this hydration cream. This is the Refa moisturizer. Now, this was a new product that they released, and I was able to get this for free because they were doing this pay whatever you want promotion. I don't know how their business model works, but it was pay whatever you want, so I got this for free. I gave it a try, and I really like it. This is extremely lightweight, sinks into the skin, just really, really nice. If you have really dry skin, you may not like this because it doesn't give a ton of hydration. If you have oily skin, though, I think you will like this because it's not greasy and it just kind of sinks in. Now, it does also have niacinamide as well as hyaluronic acid. I really enjoy niacinamide. I think it does a great job at helping to, deal with texture and giving a brightness to the skin. So I'm glad that this moisturizer did include that. It is something that I did repurchase, so I have another one of this in my collection. And I like it. I like it a lot. I actually started using this at the end of winter into spring. I will say that it's not the most hydrating for like the winter months for me, but spring, summer, perfection. Okay, next up is the Good Molecules Rose Water Daily Cleansing Gel. So this, I thought it was okay. It didn't blow me away. It wasn't horrible. I thought it was okay. I think it did an okay job at cleaning. It definitely is a more moisturizing cleanser. So it didn't leave me feeling stripped or anything, but I didn't feel like it was the most cleaning cleanser, if that makes sense. So I also felt like I had to pump out a ton to get it to to get the amount of like cleansing that I needed. So I didn't fall in love with this, but it's not something that I would completely write off. If you have severely dry skin, I think this is definitely something that is worth considering if you have really dry skin. And I like Good Molecules as a brand. It's a real nice, gentle brand, like really, really gentle. Okay. Let's swing back to makeup now. I have some mascaras and some lash primer. So I want to start with this Milk Lash Primer. Now, I picked this up at TJ Maxx. I want to pay like, say I paid $7 or $8. So it was pretty cheap, all things considered. It's nice. I will say that. Now, the thing with lash primers is, as I understand it, they are supposed to give your mascara something to grip onto. So you put it onto your lashes first and then you put the mascara onto it. So it's this like white fiber thing that goes onto your lashes first. And I actually really enjoy this. I felt like when I used this, when I put on mascara on top of it, it gave me more volume and more length, which I appreciated. I don't know what the original price of this, but I don't know what the original price of this is, but I don't know if I would pay full price for this because I know that there are brands like NYX that have lash primers. So I feel like I would replace this with a drugstore option. Personally, when it comes to mascara anyway, or mascara, anything about lashes, I don't like paying luxury or even high-end prices. I am real good with my little $2 Essence mascara. Real good. So, yeah. Sorry, I feel like the sun is doing a lot and it's messing with the color of the camera. I'm not sure what's happening. Anyways, so the Milk Hydro Grip, and it's called the Kush Lash Primer. I like it. I wouldn't repurchase it. If I saw it at TJ Maxx again, then maybe for that $7-8 price tag, but I wouldn't go out of my way to buy it at full price. And for the two mascaras that I finished up, the first is the Essence Lash Princess. This is amazing, like amazing, less than $5. 100% would repurchase this. I'm pretty sure I have like 2 more in my backup drawer, so can't say enough. And it is better than some of my high-end and luxury mascaras. So definitely would recommend that if you're looking for a really good affordable mascara. And I personally don't think you should pay more than $10 for mascara. Then I have this Anastasia Beverly Hills mascara. This one I thought it was meh, quite honestly. It reminds me a lot of the Too Faced. The wand is very similar to the Too Faced. It's a little thick, like pretty thick in my opinion. But it was okay. I think it was overpriced. I got this for free in a kit that I bought, so I didn't really pay for this, but I don't think I would pay. I wouldn't repurchase this. I'll just leave it at that. So next up, I have this brush soap, this empty brush soap from Shop Miss A. This is amazing. It's $1.55. I like it. I have a ton of these. I have a ton of backups whenever they have a sale, which I know is crazy. The original price is $1.55, so when it goes on sale, I buy a ton more. They usually have these like 11% off sales, so yeah. It's good. It's good. I don't think I've used any other brush soaps. I did use the Repurchase brush soap, and it was nice. I'm not very particular about my brush soaps. When it comes to like my brushes, I'm fine with most things. I've also used like baby wash or baby shampoo before because it's so gentle. So I'm not super duper particular about my soap. Like I wouldn't buy the Beauty Blender soap or anything like that. Next I have this Cover FX mattifying primer. This was another one that I picked up at TJ Maxx. I get a lot of stuff from TJ Maxx. I like it. I really liked it. I don't think they make this anymore anyway right now, so I can't buy it. But what I appreciated about this was that it was a mattifying primer that had salicylic acid in there. Now, I don't think it was anything to write home about in terms of skincare properties, but it's always nice to have some skincare in there. Like, I wouldn't rely on the skincare in your makeup to do skincare things, but it's always nice to have just a little extra oomph, you know? So, I've used this. I liked it. It definitely, I felt like, gave me a little bit of mattifying properties. It wasn't the most long lasting, oops, but it was a nice primer. I don't know why they don't make it anymore, but yeah, I don't know what did they replace this? Is there another mattifying primer from Cover FX? Also, is Cover FX going out of business? Because I haven't heard from them in, I don't know how long. When was the last time they put out a new product? Anyways, moving along. Next up, I have this Clinique Take the Day Off cleansing balm. This is a tried and true. I know this is a holy grail for some people. This works really well. I absolutely love this product. I purchased a ton of this from the cosmetics company store. The sun is going to kill me. Like, the sun keeps moving in and out of a cloud, which is messing with the camera, so I apologize. This is what happens when you film in natural light. It is what it is. Anyways, so sometimes the CCO will have 60% off of Clinique, so I try to use it to stock up on this. When it comes to taking off my makeup, I do a double cleanse, so I go in with this cleansing balm, which I think is really, really good. Does an amazing job. No complaints. I definitely have backups of this and would pick up more in the future for sure. Keeping it going, the LYX Triple Fix Full Coverage Brightening Concealer. You guys know I love the LYX concealing formula, so I have 3 of these, 3 of the concealers. This is the first one that finished. This is DN3. This is pretty much my skin tone. I wear DN3 in the foundation, and I found that DN3 in the concealer is really, really close. Like, it doesn't do a ton to brighten, but it's good for like spot concealing. And I don't like a super bright under eye anyway because I have hypopigmentation under my eyes, so I try not to get anything that's too bright anyways. So I really like this. Completely finished this up. I have 2 more that I'm working through right now. Would 100% repurchase this in the future. I feel like it's more medium coverage than full coverage, but it blends out like a dream. So I love this. Definitely would 100% recommend. Okay, another product that I tried but didn't finish is this Revolution Honey Oatmeal Face Mask. I love a good face mask. I love the First Aid Beauty Oatmeal Face Mask, so I thought that I would like this one. But this one is extremely scented, like almost, it was uncomfortably scented for me. And it kind of burned a little bit. And I was like, anything that burns, you don't need to be putting it on your face. Like sometimes you'll get a little tingle, which is fine. But if it burns you, you should not have it on your face. That's just what it is. So I wouldn't recommend this Revolution Honey Oatmeal. And since, you know, I have come to my senses, my skincare has become a lot more curated. So I'm very particular about like the masks I buy and use. Another one that I would not recommend, and I tried and just like stopped using, was the Mario Badescu Flour and Tonic Mask. Now, as a skincare brand, I think Mario Badescu is highly overrated. I don't understand why. This was kind of a waste of time. Like, it came in a small little mini trio. It's like dried out now. Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Mario Badescu brand is just, it's not for me. It's not for me. So, yeah, tried it, did not like it, got rid of it. And I've pretty much gotten rid of all of my Mario Badescu skincare. There was a point where it was like raved about, and now that I know better, I'm like, no, that ain't it. I'm trying to move quickly, but there's so much. Okay, next up, I have this DKNY Moisturizing Body Mousse. I picked this up at the CCO for $5. It was on like super clearance. The original price is 20%. So it's okay. It was a cool concept. It's like a little mousse, and it was a, you know, it came out as a mousse and then you used it as a body lotion. I thought it was super cool as a concept. The scent was okay. But yeah, I wouldn't purchase this again. I thought it was, I'm fine with my little body lotion and my little creams. So it did feel a little gimmicky after a while. If you do like the scent though, I think you can get it. It does what it says it's going to do. It's going to moisturize your skin. Okay, speaking of the oatmeal mask that I mentioned before, I have the Ultra Repair Oatmeal Mask. This is from First Day Beauty. This I love. I have like 7 of this in my collection because it's so good. Whenever my skin is like really, really dry, I go in with this and it always comes out feeling so refreshed and so moisturized. First Day Beauty is that brand that I am obsessed with because it just works. I've been using First Day Beauty for as long as I've been in the US almost. I would say like almost about 8 years I've been using First Day Beauty, and it just works. It's perfect for sensitive skin. It, you know, has no fragrance. It has no extra anything. It just kind of does what it says it's going to do. It's pretty simple ingredients and products, and it just works really well for me. So I love this oatmeal mask. I have a ton of them. I got this at Marshall's for $9.99. I've seen the price of this fluctuate at TJ Maxx and Marshalls between $7.99 and $9.99, and I try to pick it up when I see it because I really do really love this mask, especially in the winter time. Whoo! Because in the winter time my skin be like stripped and stretched, partly because it's winter and then partly because of the prescription products that I use for my acne. And I think this is a really great job at just kind of like once, twice a week giving me a little bit of extra moisture and extra oomph. Speaking of acne, the Oxy Acne Treatment, what is it called? Oh, the Oxy Soothing Cream Acne Cleanser. Now, this is a 10% benzoyl peroxide wash, which I have been using for several years now. Benzoyl peroxide was one of the first products that I started using when I really started having acne. This is amazing. What I like about this brand specifically is it doesn't bleach the skin and bleach your clothes as much as the other ones. Like Panoxyl used to bleach my sheets and it was a mess. I absolutely hated it. This one doesn't do that, and used to bleach my towels too. It was all sorts of crazy. So, and the bleach kind of helps with the hyperpigmentation to get rid of the dark spots. I've realized that this one is a little bit gentler than the Panoxyl. It's a little bit less drying. It does come in a 4% benzoyl peroxide wash, which I do recommend if you're getting into benzoyl peroxide. You start with the lower percentage and then you work yourself up to like 10% because it is pretty strong. I've been using this for several years now, so my skin is like, you know, hardened against it. But I love this. I use this on my face. I use this on my chest and my back because I do have body acne as well. And I have one in the bathroom right now, and I have a backup. So this is one that I'm going to, you know, I will keep using because it's been really effective for me for almost a decade. And yeah, it does help to control my acne both on my face and my back. And this is one of the products that is effective against cystic acne. If you have cystic acne, salicylic acid doesn't really do anything for that, but benzoyl peroxide does penetrate deeper and help with preventing cystic acne. Okay, keeping it going. I have a lot of like little mini products as well because I'm trying to use up my travel size products because those will go bad eventually. So I'm trying to, you know, get as much use out of them as possible, and they're quicker to, you know, like finish and keep moving. So I do have this mini size of the Clinique Moisture Surge. Now you guys have seen me talk about this several times. This is the serum that I go in with every single morning. As soon as I'm done washing my face, I go in with a toner, and then this is the first product that I put on my face. Love it. I have several of like the full size bottles, which I don't think I have it. Yeah, I have a full size here. So I have one of the full size, and then I have this little mini. So you guys know I run through this every month like clockwork. There will probably always be one of this in my trash, my makeup Empties video, because I literally, this is like a holy grail tried and true product that I've been using for years now. Keeping it moving. So Jouer, this is a clay mask, the hydrating clay mask. I thought that this was really interesting because it's a hydrating clay mask. Clay masks are notoriously drying, like they strip your pores of all of the oils and the gunk. So to have one that claimed to be hydrating, I was like, okay, cool. I did think that this was less stripping than the others. I picked this up at TJ Maxx, used it up, loved it. I don't think I would repurchase this because I wouldn't go to Jouer to purchase this. I don't think I've ever seen it at Sephora, so I wouldn't go out of my way to buy this. Like if I saw this in like another TJ Maxx or Marshall store, I would definitely pick it up because I felt like as clay masks go, it is one of the more comfortable ones because I didn't feel like my skin was stripped of everything by the end of using it. So I would definitely consider picking this up if I found it at like TJ Maxx or Marshalls, but I wouldn't go out of my way to buy it. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Brow pencils. I go through these like water. So let's start with the Precisely My Brow. This is an amazing brow pencil. Honestly, when it comes to Benefit Cosmetics, I don't know what they're doing with the other makeup, but their brow pencils is the business. And this is probably the only product that I would recommend buying from Benefit Cosmetics, to be quite frankly. This is what is keeping Benefit alive, let's be honest. This is an amazing brow pencil. This is in the shade 4. I would definitely repurchase this. This will actually be on sale in the upcoming Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. So if this is your tried and true pencil, you should definitely pick it up because as full price is what, $24, which is overpriced. $12 is probably still overpriced, but it's worth it because I do find that this pencil actually lasts a pretty long time compared to some of the other brow pencils. So this is 0.002 ounces of product. So I felt like this lasted pretty long. So I would definitely pick this up again. I have a backup right now, and I'm probably going to get like 2 in the Ulta 21 Day sale. Then I have my Ulta Beauty Brow Pencil. Now, I've told you guys this is almost a spot-on dupe for the ABH Brow Wiz. So I have a ton of these because when they go on sale, it's like $5. And I can rock with that. So this has 0.003 ounces of product, but I feel like these finish so quickly. I always run through like 2 of these for one of my Benefit or one of my ABH Brow Wiz. So I don't know why I run through these a lot faster, but I do feel like they finish a lot quicker. But for $5, hey, okay, I'll take it. So yes, definitely would recommend picking this up if you want some really affordable brow pencils. Wait for these to go on sale. You can use the $3.50 coupon as well, so you know, don't pay full price for that at all. And then the last one I have is the Edge Precision Brow Pencil from House Labs. I don't know how this finished so quickly. I really don't. This should not have been done so quickly. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever that this is empty. So I wouldn't repurchase this. I thought that it was overpriced to begin with. I didn't think that it performed exceptional at all. So I wouldn't repurchase. I wouldn't repurchase this. I wouldn't recommend you repurchase it, or you buying this at all. I think that there are a lot of better brow pencils out there. And this was from her old brand, so the one that's on Amazon. So I don't know if her new brow pencil is any different. But yeah, just giving y'all the tea on that. My camera is overheating, so let me cool this down, and then I'll come back and finish up the rest of this video. Okay, I had to let the camera cool off for a little bit. This is what happens when you film like directly in front of a window and sunlight comes in, things heat up. So I only have a couple of products left, and then I will be done with this video. So next up, I have this Pixi Glow Tonic 5% glycolic acid toner. Now this I think is a great alternative if you're just kind of getting into glycolic acid toners. I know I showed you guys the not good molecules, the Ordinary one, which is 7%, so it's a little bit stronger. And I feel like this one is a little bit gentler. Did I love it? No, but I also think that because I am used to like the stronger percentage, going back down kind of felt like it wasn't really doing anything. This one did have a little bit of a scent to it also, and when it comes to fragrance, I am becoming a little bit more sensitive to fragrance, and quite frankly, if I can get a good product without a fragrance, I will choose that over a fragrance product any day, and the Ordinary's one is not fragranced, so I prefer that one over this one. But if you want something that's pretty gentle, I think this is a really nice gentle one. So I have 2 eyeliners. They're from this brand called Absolute New York. I picked this up at TJ Maxx. These are pretty inexpensive. They actually work really well, pretty pigmented. And what I like is that you get a thin side, like a really small, fine, thin tip, but then you also get a really chunky side. So you can do a lot. You know, you can start off with like a really fine wing and then fill it in with the fat side. And I felt like these lasted pretty long and they were really pigmented, really black. So, you know, I bought one, used it up, bought another one, really liked it, used it up as well. So this is actually a pretty solid one. And I keep seeing them in TJ Maxx and Marshalls. So if you are looking for it, I think you can still find it there. Next I have a micellar water. This is the simple micellar water. You know, I use micellar water to dissolve my eye makeup before going in with my cleansing balm. And Simple is a really, really nice one. I picked this up at either TJ Maxx or Marshalls. It was on clearance for $3.50. Amazeballs, because this was 400 milliliters. Yeah, I always have a micellar water in my regimen because that's what I use to take off my eye makeup. Then I have a little mini sample / travel size of the Super Goop Unseen sunscreen. This is really good. This dissolves into the skin amazingly, and I also feel like it has a little bit of a pore filling / blurring property to it. So sometimes if I use this, I wouldn't go in with a primer because I feel like it does what a primer would do. So I think it does a great job at blending into the skin, blurring the pores. Also, no white cast. Now, being a black woman, I'm always sensitive to these products that give a little bit of a white cast, especially sunscreen, and this one doesn't do that. So it blends in really nicely, blurs the pores, fills the pores, and doesn't give a white cast. This is amazing. I will definitely be purchasing a full size of this. I do have 2 or 3 more sample sizes of this because I got them at Sephora doing their little sample bag thing. So I got a couple of these as samples, but I will definitely be purchasing a full size. Then I have the Good Molecules Wake Up Yerba Mate Eye Gel. I don't like this. It is a gel that just sits on top of the skin, which I think is really interesting considering that this is supposed to be a wake up eye cream. So you're supposed to use it in the morning and at night. I feel like I can't use this in the morning because it just sits on top of the skin. Like, it really does kind of feel like Vaseline on top of my eyes, and I don't like that. So I use this at night. It does tend to sink in a little bit over time, but I still think that it's not the best eye cream for me. And y'all know I love Good Molecules, so yeah. Then I have this little baby travel / sample size of the Origins Mega Mushroom Relief and Resilience. Now, they describe this as a soothing lotion. To be quite honest, I don't know what this is. I have a full size of this that I'm using now. I think it's a toner. I think, maybe not. I've been using it as a toner, and it's okay. It's nice. All it says here is that you're supposed to pat this into the skin with a cotton pad. But it doesn't really say what this is supposed to do. And I haven't really been able to find anything about it. But it is soothing. It's like, yeah, it's like a gentle toner, I think. Maybe. Anyways. And then the last product, wait, no, I have 2 more products. Then I have, well, let me talk about this one first. So this was a sort of trial size of the Rare Beauty Always an Optimist primer. This is the pore diffusing primer. They do have an illuminating primer. This I really like. This was really nice. I think it definitely diffused, you know, the pores. However, it did nothing to control oils. So that was my only downside to it. I don't think I would repurchase it because I do think I have primers, or I've used primers that do a little bit of both. And I need a little bit of oil control. I need a little bit of oil control in the T-zone. So yeah, not one that I think I'll repurchase. And then the last product is an eye cream from Bliss. This has vitamin C in it. This one I really enjoyed. This one I felt sank into the skin really nicely. It's kind of like a cream. And to be quite honest, I'm a little skeptical about eye creams in general because do they really do anything? I think you can just use a pretty thick cream and you'll be fine. So I'm not sold on eye creams, if I'm being honest. But I do think that I really enjoyed this one. Had no issues with it whatsoever. And I appreciate that this one does have vitamin C in there. So there's that. Okay, and that is it. Thank you all so much for watching me go through my garbage. I'm going to go chuck all of these products out. If you haven't already done so and you like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like the video because that does a ton to help the channel. Leave a comment down below letting me know if you've tried any of these products, if any of these are your holy grails, or if you're interested in picking up some of these to try. As you can tell, a lot of these were purchased through TJ Maxx, Marshalls. Y'all know I love me a good deal, okay? So, yeah, leave a comment, subscribe, like, share with a friend, all that good jazz. As always, I love you guys so very much. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye!